It's the 31st of March 2017 and I'm standing here at the Auschwitz concentration camp in Poland. I've just walked out of the first gas chamber that was used here at Auschwitz. It's still intact. It's a place where thousands upon thousands of people were murdered. It's such a beautiful sunny day here in Auschwitz today. I walked in here with a friend, I'm walking out with a friend. We come and go in absolute freedom. The people who were imprisoned here, the people who were tortured here, the people who suffered such human degradation here would have given anything to be able to walk out in freedom, to have the meal that I'm going to have tonight, to have the meal that you're going to have at your next meal. It's an incredible thing to think that millions of Jews suffered in this place. I mean, one person's suffering is a terrible thing. When you suffer, when I suffer, it is just a terrible thing for that to happen. But here, millions of people suffered. And the thing that is so crazy, the thing that strikes me about all of this, is that the Jewish people did nothing wrong. If they'd been terrorists, if they'd been murderers, if they'd been thieves, maybe you could begin to understand what was going on in this place. But they were absolutely innocent of any wrongdoing. I walked down one corridor of one of the accommodation blocks here, and there were thousands of photographs of prisoners, each one documented with a number and with a name. The Germans loved to do that with great precision. There wasn't one smile on one face. I've seen glasses, piles of glasses that belong to people who have been killed here. Mountains of hair, shoes, clothing, children's shoes. You know, almost 250,000 children came to this place, and only 600 were liberated when the Russians moved through. They were all killed here almost as soon as they arrived because children couldn't work. And that entrance, the gate that you've probably seen in photographs that says Arbeit macht frei, work makes free. Every day they would walk out and they would walk down to Birkenau and they would work and they would come back. They were starving, they were tortured, they were humiliated. Yet they were innocent of any wrongdoing. You and I aren't mass murderers. You and I haven't killed people. And yet Jesus said that murder begins in the heart. Now, Jesus was a Jew. Jesus was a man who was completely innocent, and yet he died on that cross for you and me. He said murder begins in the heart. How do we treat the people around us? How do we treat our family and our friends and our work colleagues, and particularly those people that annoy us? We get angry with them. We have unforgiveness in our hearts. Murder begins in the heart. I know that we're not mass murderers. But human beings left to their own devices will descend to a depravity and an anger and an unforgiveness that words can't describe. I don't think I'll ever be the same again. I've walked in this place and I've been in one of the gas chambers. I've seen the faces, I've seen the belongings, I've seen the suitcases of the people who died here, who suffered here innocently. We all get angry with other people. We all make mistakes and we tread on people, particularly those people that we don't like. I just want to encourage you today to think about how you treat other people. This should never ever happen again. But of course it is happening right now. IS is killing and beheading Christians and torturing them in the Middle East. Boko Haram is kidnapping children and torturing and raping them. These things are going on all around the world. You and I can't change those things, but we can change our hearts. We can change our attitudes. We can change how we treat other people. Let me encourage you to remember this. Murder begins in the heart. Jesus died for you and me. Jesus died so that we could be forgiven. Innocent man who hung on that cross for you and me. Listen to his words. Murder begins in the heart. I'm Bernie Diamond. This is Auschwitz.